What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on Forever Flame Racing Reviews, and today we'll be going over how I think the 2024 F1 season will end. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to break down all the podiums of the 10 remaining races. As you know, we have 14 races done, 10 to go. So I think it's going to be an exciting end of the season. Personally really looking forward to it. So I'm just going to break down the podiums for every race and just a few little predictions. So let's dive straight into the Netherlands. And I think Max Verstappen will win his home race. I'm just not going to overthink it. Verstappen's going to be hungry. The Netherlands, he hasn't won in 5 races. He's going to be hungry. Verstappen's going to take it. And I think in P2 and P3, the McLaren boys. I think Norris P2, Piastri P3. The hype around McLaren's real. They are fast. I just think Verstappen's going to beat them. But McLaren, still P2 and P3. Great points to their Constructors' Championship. And then we move on to Italy. Please, Ferrari, man. I just am praying Ferrari wins, although I'm not liking the pace of the Ferrari. Although I'm not like doing this off like realisticness. For Italy, I just went with what I hope it is. I have Carlos Sainz winning. He got the pole last year. Can he get the win this year to finish off his Ferrari with a nice touch? That'd be nice. I put Leclerc P2 and I put Hamilton P3. So all the drivers that have connections with Ferrari that are on the grid right now in the top 3. Sainz, who's there and leaving. Leclerc, their golden boy. And Hamilton is replacing Sainz. That would be so cool, and that's what I really want the podium to be. Only time I'll be rooting for Lewis Hamilton to get on the podium as a Red Bull fan. Azerbaijan, or better known as Baku, I have Verstappen winning. And I think Sergio Perez is going to remind us that he's still on the grid by finishing P2. So I think Red Bull are going to 1-2 it in Baku. They were very strong there last year. They were strong everywhere last year, to be fair. But I think it's going to go Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc. Leclerc's always strong there. He's always been good. He's gotten some poles there. I'm just backing Leclerc and Perez to do well, and I think Verstappen will win. Singapore. I think it's going to be a Norris victory, as if you remember last year it was P2 for Norris. It was Sainz, and then it was Norris. So I think Norris and Sainz are just going to flip-flop. I think it's going to be Norris P1, Sainz P2, and I think Verstappen P3. Nothing much to say there. I'm just kind of going off the same vibe as last year, kind of Ferrari versus McLaren track. Just kind of what I'm thinking. Then the USA GP in Austin, Texas, Circuit of the Americas. I have Lewis Hamilton winning that race. He's always so good there. You can't beat Hamilton around there. I think Verstappen P2. I think Hamilton and Verstappen are going to have an all-time thriller there. That could be a really good race. I have Hamilton, Verstappen, and then in P3 I have Norris. I think the USA Grand Prix, I think that could set up to be a really, really, really good race this year. And for Mexico, I have Verstappen P1, Perez P2, and Norris P3. I put Verstappen there because he's a dog there, and so is the Red Bull track. Norris just because the McLaren's really good, and Checo just because it's his home Grand Prix, and I want him to do well. So that's my reasoning behind that one. And now let's move on to the second half of the paper, which is the final 4 races. Brazil. I have Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen. I really don't know how to feel about Brazil. I probably should have put Hamilton on the podium, but I didn't. I just went with a McLaren 1-2 and a Verstappen P3. I didn't really know what to put for that one, so it's kind of just how I felt. Vegas, I have Leclerc winning. He was very strong there last year. Could have easily won that race if stuff went his way. I think stuff will go his way this year, and I have Leclerc winning, Verstappen in second, and George Russell, his first podium in these 10 races, P3. That's a mistake. As I said, I don't expect this to be right. I'll be happy if I get 2 of these podiums right, but I have Russell P3. Qatar. Piastri won the sprint race there last year. He's going to win the main race this year. I have Piastri, Norris, Verstappen. McLaren were so good there last year. I don't see a reason why they won't be as good. And I have Verstappen P3. All right, Abu Dhabi to finish up the season. Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton. I just kind of felt that. No particular reason. Hamilton ends his Mercedes career on a high with P3. So, yeah, nothing to say there. I think Verstappen will take his 4th championship. Golf clap. I also think Red Bull will win the Constructors. Golf clap. I think Russell will only get 1 podium. That's wrong. There's 7 winners so far in the season this year from the first half. I think there's only going to be 7 winners again. I don't think, we're gonna add on an 8th or 9th winner. I think it's just gonna stay those 7. I think it's gonna be some good racing. I think it's gonna be some of the best 10 races Formula One has seen in a while before we head into the 2025 season. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, follow my Instagram, and see ya.